Good.
There's the words to go to the play a little bit in D minor, like for several measures or something if you want to do.
Sorry, that area was booby trapped. I'm serious.
I am waiting, all lost to find their way. And then D verse. I am and for the harvest I have
I'll watch you, I'll listen to you.
Yeah, I'll come to stage like right over here.
Oh, I can't sing. And the guy with the spear just as it is. And do you want me to be there?
You can, yeah, just, come in and sneak in there.
And then we're back.
And then 3 times 3.
That COVID when we were in East.
It was never my thing, Ed. It was never my thing.
So we had to extend our time there.
Yes,
it's not a
Better to
fun
do
thing.
when you're just at home.
Right, right.
Well,
But
oh yeah,
right.
I didn't want it. Get a hot tea.
You can take it down if you need to.
You could?
Well, I don't
No,
know.
I,
And if it's possible. The
no.
organ doesn't actually.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I have done that in some concerts lately, I will admit.
When you're ready, Jim, if you want to talk.
Time to play some atmospheric something.
What time is it? 10 of the nose?
Jim is good. And Jim is good.
Prelude, piece doing. And you're scheduling for a second. Well, are you coming for anything? Company.
Gather the spirit is waiting. He's not going to do it. Oh, well. It's possible. It's within the realm of possibility. I'll bet you. I'll bet you. I'll bet you that this goes. I wouldn't lay money on it, but
There's some, pedals. There's a piece of, organ.
I have no idea.
Oh, you didn't put it?
No, I didn't put it there.
Somebody else.
You can put it wherever you want to put it.
I'm sorry. Sorry. You okay? Yeah. Stop it.
When I go back there,
Right, I keep moving things that are not musically related out of that. I mean, except church art. We share that, other things. So, shoot.
Pre-service quiet. I was thinking I would sing a song, but then I decided not to because I thought there wasn't enough time. Should I sing my little song?
Whatever you want to do. When do you want to start?
Right now.
Okay, hold on. Let us now settle into a spirit of worship with a moment of quiet, to be followed by the music of Jim Scott. All words and music will be by Jim Scott today, unless otherwise noted. You're also invited at this time to light a silent candle of joy or sorrow.
Good morning, everyone. This is my default opening song. I've been singing this for many years since I first joined the Paul Winter Consort. A song, the music by Ivan Lins, a great Brazilian composer, who let us take the melody and put new English words to it. And you can help. Voices are calling round the earth. Music is rising in the sea. The spirit of morning fills the air, guiding my journey home. Where is the path beyond the forest? Where is the song I always knew? I remember it just around the bend. In the village, the music never ends. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. Somewhere is the melody we need. There is a certain harmony, even a rhythm in the trees, in the song that we've always known. As every road comes to its end, so every path must cross again. Now I'm returning to my heart, back to the song that is our own. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground. In a circle of friends, in a circle of sound, all our voices will blend when we touch common ground.
Good morning.
Does anybody smile here? Anybody want to do that? I haven't smiled yet.
Jim?
Sorry, we're looking out at you and you're looking at us. Good morning, everyone. It's a delight to be here again. I'm honored. Wonderful to share with my
How's
friend
that?
Barry.
Shall I try to speak like this? That's great. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Worcester, a congregation of love, hope, and justice, inspiring people to take on the challenges of a changing world. My name is Barry Brigham, and I'm one of your worship associates this morning. We begin by acknowledging that in Worcester, Massachusetts, we work, learn, live, and worship on the seized ancestral homeland of the Nipmuc people who survive and remain active as the Nipmuc tribe. We offer a special welcome to those of you who are new or visiting with us for the first time this morning. We are delighted that you are here. We hope that you'll join us in Fellowship Hall following the service for refreshments and conversation. If you have questions or desire more information about this service or any of the ministry and programs of the congregation, please do not hesitate to ask. We invite you to fill one of the cards found in the pews. These cards can be placed in the offering plate or given to one of the ushers or greeters this morning. For those of you joining us online this morning, we offer you a very special welcome. For safety purposes and so that we might come to know you better as you are able, please place your name on the video feed. Please take a moment to sign one of the attendance clipboards, hopefully that will now be circulated. Though you are not obligated to sign, we appreciate your information and will only use it for church purposes. During the service, we offer an opportunity to share a brief personal joy or sorrow. If you would like yours to be read aloud, please print it on a card in the pew and drop it in the collection plate when it comes around. These cards will also be posted outside the minister's office to be shared with our friends at other services. For those online, you can place a joy or sorrow in the chat, and we will read it and share it during this time, the joys and service time in the service. In the foyer are listening devices and large print service programs and hymnals for those who may find their assistance beneficial. Please see one of the ushers who will be pleased to assist you. I invite you now to turn your technology to worship mode. And finally, got it? And finally, please note the announcements on the back of your program. There will be some short time for short verbal announcements following the postlude. This morning, we're delighted to welcome Jim Scott again to our sanctuary. As a musician and songwriter, Jim mixes songs and stories in a message of peace and reconciliation for a wounded world and our struggling society. Amid wars, cataclysmic weather events, and an economic collapse, long-term visions of sustainability have lately been obscured, if not abandoned. In this season of harvest, optimism and renewal of spirit for the work we have before us, our charge is nothing less than a job of healing the earth and healing ourselves. We're so glad you're here this morning and hope that this morning is an opportunity for rest, reflection, and rejuvenation. At this time, do you want to?
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah.
A delight to get to share this service with my friend Barry. We go back quite a ways.
Yes.
He knows too much about me. On the back of your folded order of service, you can participate in this as Barry will handle the sacred matches while we say this chalice lighting that I put together with a group at Star Island a little while back. You'll see how it goes there. If you can't find it, make it up. So we all say, fire of life, cleanse our spirits with heat and flame. Illuminate our path toward beloved community.
Light the way of love and peace.
Take our vessels to the flame.
And from the kiln be raised anew.
Let this be our mantra. Melt our pain.
And burn away confusion.
Ignite our passion.
And spark our voice.
Draw us close to your hearth.
And warm our souls.
Blessed be. Amen.
Amen.
As my friend and mentor Pete Seeger used to say, ah, women and men. I'm always delighted to get to sing this song that has been my intro to UUs all over the world. It's also in the UK songbook, and I've gone to Australia and the UK. And this song, it's amazing. People have heard this song, and they've sung it. It's not quite the top 40, but I've gotten some mileage out of this. I'm going to start halfway through and sing you the refrain of the song, just to throw off folks projecting it up there. I'll sing you this, I call it the refrain of the song, for an introduction. So that'll just be me and the people who weren't paying attention. Gather in peace. I was kidding, you can sing too. Gather in thanks. Gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate. It's number 347 in the Gray Book. Gather the Spirit, harvest the power. Our separate fires will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour. Our trials in this light appear all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind. Seeds for the sowing are laid in store. Nurtured in love and conscience refined, with body and spirit united once more. Gather in peace, gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Gather the Spirit, growing in all, drawn by the moon and fed by the sun. Winter to spring and summer to fall, with that's what it is. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength. Gather to celebrate once again. Well, I forgot the strap to stand up with the guitar this morning, and I forgot to invite you to stand up. That was one of our chances to stand up, but we missed it. So relax and be comfortable where you are. Wherever you come from exciting expedition or frightening passage, escape from violence or an encounter with enlightenment, experiences of ecstasy, or endurance of pain. We are glad you've chosen this stop on your journey. Wherever you're going, may this time of rest, of healing, of search and discovery, of celebration of value illuminate your way. May this chalice and flame, the symbol of our free faith, be a beacon as well as a brilliance to reveal our many paths, for there is no one way. May our time together open doors, give permission, forgive sins, put to rest anxious thoughts, salve our wounds, assuage our fears, amuse our minds, and open our hearts. Raise up our dreams and reawaken our passions. May it help us hold high our ideals, leaving us energized, inspired, fortified, and also forewarned to meet the world that will surely challenge all that we may bring to it. Wherever you come from, however you arrived here, wherever you may go forth, we're enriched by your presence. Thank you. I went to Nicaragua about 40 years ago after the, it was just about 40 years ago now, after the revolution where they threw out the dictator Somoza, and they had made great progress for a while, several years. A huge education program, because 85% of the country was functionally illiterate. They said, well, to have an election, we need people to be able to read. So I heard Daniel Ortega, who I'm afraid has taken a wrong turn lately. Pardon me, that's my opinion. But he was, at that point, just a young activist. He said, you know, United States took more years to get an election going after they declared independence than we're taking. So they took a couple of years to educate people. Also, they won awards from the, what's that called, World Health Organization for just collapsing the infant mortality that had been the highest in the hemisphere. So it's a Catholic country. And you can read whatever you want into this. There were lots of kids. And at that point, there were so many young kids. Someone told me, and the life expectancy had not been great in Nicaragua. Someone told me the median age of the country was 13 at that time. So there were kids everywhere. And I didn't speak much Spanish, and of course they don't speak much English, but we gestured and smiled a lot, and I got to hang out with kids in several places, and I wrote this song. With the help of some kids in an elementary school here in the States. So our time for all ages, I do see somebody under 21 right there, and but otherwise we can regress. Claim your inner child. This has my first verse in Spanish in it, and I expect you all to sing along. Well, I think I'd like to be your friend. I think that we could really have some fun. A real companion is so much better than pretend, and games are better played by more than one. So I think I'd like to be your friend. You look sort of different from me, and I don't know about you, but if you like the way that different colored flowers go together, well, I guess that goes for people too. And I'd like to be friends with you. You see, I'm kinda new in this school, and I don't know a lot about your town. I don't know all your language, but I can play it cool. This making new friends is not as bad as it sounds. You know, I'm kind of fun to have around. I can be serious, or I can be a clown. I can make you want to giggle when you're wearing a frown. Well, it's too much trouble to be nasty, I've found. Porque quiero ser tu amigo y tengo otros amigos que vas a conocer. Una vez que empecemos no se sabe cuándo acabará, pero es maravilloso ver el círculo crecer, que todos nuestros amigos sean amigos. Everybody, la 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 la. International language, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. What did he say? Well, I think I'd like to be your friend. And there's other friends I'd like you to know. Once we start, there's no telling just where it all will end. But it's great to see the circle grow. We'll get all of our friends to be friends. We won't have to be afraid when we're friends. No, we won't want to fight when we're friends. And if kids can do it, well, maybe grown-ups can be friends. We'll get the whole world to be friends. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I don't think we are singing kids out today, are we? We kids, well-behaved, mature kids are welcome to stay for the whole service today. If you're really antsy, we have a plan for that. I'm not going to read the story. I'm going to give you the moral of the story, because I'm afraid I might have put too much into this service, and I'm going to make some executive decisions. So if I don't do exactly what it says here, you don't have to go like this. I know how we are. The story, it uses this term that we might consider physics or something, nuclear physics, relativity. But the story is about driving down the road, and it was on Interstate 5, because I used to live in the Northwest, and driving along, and then suddenly I find myself in all kinds of traffic, and I'm reading the bumper stickers, save a logger, shoot a spotted owl, and things like that, riding right next to Earth First, and we're all getting all bunched up, and then I can see as we go around a corner that there's a police car up in front of us going exactly the speed limit. So we must have broken the speed limit to get up here, but now we're all just gathering a humming hive of bees, it would seem. And the adventurous among us will try to get up to the top and then suddenly redefine their specific gravity right under the cruiser's surface tension. So my point as it goes on through the story is to say, this is what Einstein, or was it Heisenberg, warned us about. Since we are always moving, we're incapable of fully being able to see, this is the Heisenberg principle actually, that about particles. That you can't tell how fast it's going, how big it's going, how big it is, and where it is. You can't tell all of that at once because it appears that they know they're being watched. Various spiritual folks have said. So, since we are always moving, is my moral to the story, we're incapable of fully realizing our relativity to each other here on this on this malleable earth, on this spinning planet, tearing through space in an expanding universe that may be in fact folding in on itself. The point is, we should savor this moment. It's a challenge. Many books have been written about all the different faiths of the world, and a couple of books in the last decade, and I can't get their titles to you, but it appears that spiritual practice is good for us. It makes you live longer, happier, healthier. Any spiritual practice, pretty much, it seems. The thread that goes through so many spiritual practices is gratitude, thankfulness, gratitude for another day, another sunrise, another opportunity for us to be together. This is a challenge for UUs because we're not sure who to thank. I am waiting in the silence. I am waiting for the dawn. I am often found in reverence, though from many sources drawn. It is not mine to fight for justice, for it will not be won this day. I am peace, and I am waiting for the lost to find their way. You'll not find me set in judgment of the vain or of the weak, but I rise to meet the weary with the solace that they seek. Still I have not fed the hungry, nor strewn wealth among the poor. I am peace, and bring but mystery and the patience to endure. I cannot save the suffering from their anger and their pain. Only open doors of insight, so the healing comes again. To the proud, I am elusive. To the humble, I am near. May the broken rise and look beyond the trappings of their fears. I am found among the seasons, autumn's death and spring's rebirth, as relentless their momentum as the turning of the earth. All are welcome in my presence, for only love can conquer hate. I am peace, and for the harvest I have planted and will wait. Staging, right? Oh, wait a minute. I'll stand up and talk. Stay there. It's not this many pages, don't worry. I've studied a good deal of Marshall Rosenberg's work, his nonviolence, practice of nonviolence, and I've been a fan of peacemaking and follow the work of a number of social worker friends who do a lot more in this field than I do. But I'm a great admirer of all that. I was in my uncle's army back in the Vietnam era. I'm that old. And I've been a peacenik ever since. We don't have a lot of time to undo the well-funded lies and hatred that pervade this country these days. And I say we should make no mistake about it. It is well-funded. There are certain characters that we could say, oh, that, you know, that guy, or that. And that one in particular that I won't mention, but pardon me, I'm going to say he's the useful idiot of very ideological folks who are, and their whole premise is get out of the way and let us make as much money as we possibly can. So the way to do that is to divide the country, distract the country, get us to be angry at each other, get us to be upset, get us to feel lost. The way all those commercials work, buy this deodorant or this car or this leaf blower so you'll cease to be an embarrassment to your family and friends. This is well thought out stuff. It is studied. This is a science and an art of how to mislead and propagandize and essentially lie to people. Put these along with the well-funded denial of climate emergency, or, how about the denial of evolution? That's, I used to drive down I-5 in Oregon from Eugene, driving down toward California in the Bay Area. There's a whole place there where you don't get a whole lot of radio signal except for this Christian university. Pardon my saying, it's a Christian university that gives doctorates in that we only been here 7,000 years, and the humans lived with the dinosaurs and like the Flintstones and so on. So this is what we're up against. We've got a huge education project, and we've got to assume our role as teachers and healers, I think. It takes courage, because I don't like that person, you know, and I know he doesn't like me. I went to the mosque over on Mountain Street. I've been there a bunch of times. They refer to me as a possible recruit now. I don't think that's going to happen, but what's the word they say? They say something. Oh, he's that I'm a student of. I heard an imam say, how do we love the people that hate us? How do we love the people that want to kill us? Oh, now, let's consider the prophet. Now, this is Muhammad, and the well-known stories. He was with his friends in the palace, or in the maybe place of worship, I think. And no, it wasn't. And the crowd is waiting outside, and he said, "You stay here, and then you sneak out the back way. I'm going to go out. They won't kill me. They would kill you, but they're afraid to kill me." So the legend is that he goes out in his white robes, and he is bloodied by stones and all, but he saves his friends who go out the other way. Another story is him walking to his prayer place each morning, and there was a woman, a marketing woman in the market, selling something, and she would spit at him and swear at him and throw things at him and so on. And one day he came by, and she wasn't there, and he asked everybody, where did she go? Oh, she's sick. Well, then he went to her to try to heal her. These are the legends, the stories of the prophet. We have stories like that in the Bible. We have stories in everywhere, wisdom from all over that would tell us this kind of thing. How to talk to the uncle that says those terrible things, or something like that. Thanksgiving dinner is always the thing that's brought up. We need the courage and maybe the practice to figure out how to talk to those people, because they are our neighbors, our relatives, our friends, and we don't agree with them. I'm bothered by, I'm not going to read this, I'm almost done. I'm bothered by the program on NPR. It's everything on NPR is wonderful, but the program's called The Middle. And the idea is somehow we'll talk to people in the middle of the country as well as sort of the middle of something. And there's extremists on the right and extremists on the left, and somehow in the middle, are we going to find some truth or something? I'm afraid that's not the way it works. There is one side of the argument, shall we say, or one kind of personality in one political party that goes by science and social experiment and study of, and goes by here's the results of a study that shows such and such, and here's science, and we believe this, and so on and so on. And then the other side is now well-funded denial of everything, and lies. So I don't find a middle in there. What I find in the middle is people who don't have the whole story. This is where we come in. If we can have the courage to talk, as I have made a friend now, I'm using myself an example, 2 blocks away from me in the Burncoat area, these little streets. There's a guy, he's what do we call that? An architect, I want the word. He's been a forester and what am I trying to say? Wildlife architect. I got the wrong word. Somebody. Landscape architect. Thank you. In a UU church, you can always find somebody who can give you the vocabulary. Yet we sat down, we were talking, and he said something. Wow, really? Because I know, the facts are such and such. And we sat down. We both have little dogs, and he said, well, I watch Fox News, so I know some things that other people don't know. This is a very nice man. If my car broke down or something, I could ask him for help, but we don't agree. And so what, do I leave it there? We have a little while, I know there's an election coming up, and I won't say anything about that that would make us lose our tax-exempt status. But we only have a little while to save the world, not just democracy in America, but the world, is my opinion. So maybe we got some talking to do. I had, on my piece of paper, I had some different lists, what Roosevelt said, the freedoms and some other things. You can Google all that, and that's my message. We need the courage and the fortitude to know that we are healers. There's nothing short of the word healing to refer to the job we have to do, to heal the earth and heal each other. So many papers, so little time. As we're celebrating our life support system, this earth, and this culture of peace, let's celebrate, consider, and contribute to this more immediate life support system, the work of this church community. That would mean take the offering. Go your way in peace. Wander as you may. Blessed is the path you take. May love guide you on your way. Comfort find in truth. May your struggles cease. May the fire within your heart light the way of peace. Bright and brave the dreams, born in darkest night. Mindful, make our every step, honor all within our sight. Minds and hearts now one, till we meet again. Hold Yeah, I will. I'm on a roll. Thank you for your generosity. The work of this church has many elements and many levels, and you can look into all that if you are new. Thank you for being here, and we welcome you to check out all that goes on here. It's one of my favorite things to do, and today, I guess everybody knows, we have a pretty small congregation because many people are retreating at the Ferry Beach, Star Island. All I could come up with was Star Island. Ferry Beach. The water's just as cold there. And it's a delight to celebrate with you here. Every seems a couple times a year I get to be here. I'm in a different church every Sunday. Some are so large that we don't get to do this, or it becomes more institutionalized in different ways. But I love the idea that we can take a moment to hear each other's stories and rites of passage and milestones, our joys and concerns. And I like to do it with a song. I'm going to show you this little refrain, and I know you can help. With every story told, our friendship becomes art. Each passage of life is a gateway to the heart. We are one in joy and sorrow, and the music of our learning is danced in love and harmony with each day of Earth's turning. So it's a lot of words, and it goes up high and it goes down low, but don't let that faze you. Just sing along as you normally would. With every story told, with every story told, our friendship becomes art. Our friendship becomes art. Each passage of life is a gateway to the heart, is a gateway to the heart. We are one in joy and sorrow. We are one in joy and sorrow. And the music of our learning, and the music of our learning is danced in love and harmony. Is danced in love and harmony with each day of Earth's turning. Are there joys or concerns to be shared this morning? Maybe we can pull this microphone over.
Anybody?
Right. Any joys or concerns? And we will sing back to you for each person who would share us a joy or a concern. And you don't have to be so polite to wait for the music to be over. You can process while we're singing. Good morning. We're working on it. We're working on it. Well, maybe we use this. Let's take this.
Hello. Whoop. All right. Hi, I'm Dawn Dowd. I'm sharing from the Paysons. Much love from the Paysons in Pennsylvania at the present. So they're not with us, but here with us in spirit.
We are one in joy and sorrow, and the music of our learning is danced in love and harmony with each day of Earth's turning. Good morning.
Hello, I'm Paul. Everybody knows that. And tomorrow is an anniversary. My Uncle John died on the 16th of September, back in 1987. And he was like 78 years old, so, and he was a good guy. It was like, every so often, you realize that, somebody's on your side. My family wasn't really that on my side. I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was an outcast, but I was definitely, I felt different. And I miss him. He was a good guy. And also, just in general, the craziness that's going on. I made the mistake of donating to a political person, and I must have about 6,000 emails asking me to donate, $25. Or the other one was, we have to close up our shop. But for Uncle John, and also my brother who passed away back in a year and a half ago, his birthday was on the 5th, and my other brother's birthday was on the 9th, and he died in 1969. And I am now orphan. I'm the last remaining member of my family. And it's scary. I don't know if what you feel like, but so be it.
We are one in joy and sorrow, and the music of our learning is danced in love and harmony with each day of earth's turning. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Beth, and one of my joys is when we were doing that first hymn, and it was by Jim Scott, and it has the year that he was born, and it's so nice to see that year is not filled in for the end, so that you're still here. He's still here, which is so nice. Yesterday, Mara Pentlarge and Susan Crossley and I were out in Northampton. The Unitarian Society of Northampton and Florence was celebrating their 150th anniversary with a democracy fair. And so we were there, we had a table, we were handing out flyers, and I've got some more of them. We were talking to people about the importance of voting, even though people say, well, it doesn't matter when you're in Massachusetts, but it really does, even for the lower ballot races that impact our daily life. So we were giving out information and talking to lots of people and sending them to the League of Women Voters table if they had questions that I couldn't answer about registration, because I'm not going to make up the answer if I don't know it. And this afternoon, I get to do a phone banking training with 2 churches down in Connecticut. And tomorrow night, you can join me for our congregation and the Northampton Florence Church and my friend Joan's church in Colorado Springs and my friend Vicky's church in Michigan, and we can phone bank together. So I invite you to join me. I'll send you the Zoom link. This is kind of like an announcement at this point, but it really is about a joy. You listen for the training that I do, which takes about 20 or so minutes, and then make 5 phone calls. That's all that I ask. Make 5 phone calls and help chip away at the 800 phone calls we still have to make to be a Good Trouble congregation. And then next week, bring some stamps and some money for the 50/50 collection that we're doing to help fund all the letters that we're sending out to voters to make sure that they know how to go about voting. Thank you.
We are one in joy and sorrow, and the music of our learning is danced in love and harmony with each day of earth's turning.
I'm Mark. I'm calling about a dear friend from both college, and we happen to be in graduate school together. And we've remained very dear friends since then, which is a long time. And he phoned me last week, and he has pancreatic cancer with the certainty of of passing within a year. It's that far along with, it's metastatic and all of that. So he's still going to go through chemical. Chemo, thank you. I have the same problem. And the terrible irony, not irony, but maybe coincidence is his wife died of the same disease 25 years ago, and his 2 daughters are going to be affected again by this, and his wife. So if you can, just send all the good karma you can to Ann Arbor, Michigan, and be thinking about Brant. Thank you.
We are one in joy and sorrow, and the music of our harmony is danced in love and harmony with each day of earth's journey. I'm not sure if we have people online that
Are there any things online?
concerns.
Oh, there, okay.
Matt immediately picked that up, although I didn't give him any music for it. We call this a sequence. Ba-da-da, 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 like that. I steal from good sources. I thought I'd stole it from Tchaikovsky, but a while back on the radio, I heard it. Ba da 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 da. Oh well. I use all the same notes Bach used. So I talk all the time, and may I share with you, in case we tried to promote this back last spring, but since we didn't do as good a job in promoting as we might have, you might not have heard that I got a grant, a National Endowment grant through the Worcester Arts Council to put on a big concert, and it's a multimedia concert with PowerPoint, projected images, hundreds of images that illustrate my most outspoken environmental message songs. And I have been calling it the Year to Save the Earth. And after we did it at First Unitarian back in June, I've taken it across the country, and I've been doing it everywhere I can for large audiences, small audiences, and I hope to do it, we hope to mount it again in Worcester, because everything went wrong back then. I'd rehearsed with the Burncoat High School Choir, and then they weren't able to do it, and I wanted to try to postpone it, but the Arts Council said, oh, don't mess us up with the National Endowment, just go ahead and do the concert. So we did the concert. But I hope to do it again with even bigger forces, and also stay tuned. That's my work. I go around talking about, I don't have a lot of I need you, baby, I can't live without you songs, I'm gonna do something self-destructive unless you come back songs. I sing about, I've made my poetry and music about other things. And the question that always comes up is, okay, I'm all inspired, what do we do now? Well, I'm just the guy who wrote the songs. And I try not to pose as the guru of what to do. Well, the thing to do is get involved, I think. And, thinking globally, acting locally, as folks have said for a long time, there's something to get involved with right here that you can be interested in, and people who are great people to get to know. For years, I've helped canvas in Shrewsbury. I live in Worcester now, but Roberta and her clipboard, boy, these are people that you would be delighted to know. And they're working for all 4 years between November such and such and 4 years later, November such and such, to raise the candidates, so on and so on, create the culture that brings us our free and fair elections. And a lot of those people have some real courage these days. I'm an election monitor, I have been for some time, and by the way, we need election monitors. Look at your town, or here in Worcester, more people are needed. So, and you get a little money for it too. There's a little very simple training, and then you spend the whole day, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m., overseeing the election. It's a lot of fun. So my answer so much of the time is to get involved. That's too simple. Creativity is the answer. Creativity is the response, is the alternative to alienation, to anger, and to division, and so on. When we understand that we have the creativity to go into a place of upheaval and be a force for peace, you don't have to have perfect harmony to help the harmony. So let us all reclaim our creativity. And I will stay sitting down for this song, and you can stay sitting down for this song too. My wish for you, as now we part, is for greater peace to fill your heart with dreams as vast as starry space. So hurt and anger know no place. May truth be shared and wounds be healed, and joy for living be revealed. Through every fate and circumstance, may hope lead weary steps to dance. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. I didn't look, are those words written in our order of service, or it's number 1052 in the Teal book? You can get it from 1059, thank you. And you can get it straight from me. May your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, softly serenade and softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. Maestro, you can play too. F minor, G7, C minor, F minor. And may your life be as a song, resounding with the dawn, to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, ever dancing circles in the night. It turns out to be a 4-part round. Ha ha ha, but I know we can do it in at least 2 parts. Self-select, if you can do the second part, I'll show you where it starts. And may your life be as a song, resound, and may your life be to sing awake the light, then softly serenade the stars, circles in the night. Ever dancing circles in the night. Ever dancing circles in the night. One more last line. Ever dancing circles in the night. Let us forgive ourselves for coming here, exchanging lofty words, and returning home unchanged. Forgive the fireworks' theatrical flair, sounds bitten, short, and exciting as we carry them home toothless. Forgive our poetic sophistication when our actions fall so short of ideals. Let's make a pact to release just one attachment, alter one degree of posture, find one element of style our lives can do without. One small step we could take on that journey toward harmony. Resist one seductive appeal. Walk away from one bad deal of immediate gratification exchanged for long-term loss. For there is, in fact, little time for the change. Our awareness is growing. We have made changes in our lives before. We are too proud to panic. We will not surrender civility for an enlightenment of oversimplification. We are volunteering, we are preparing our receptivity for the revolution in consciousness. And when we meet again, our words will be stronger. Let's go in peace. Join us for coffee hour and analysis.